Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Today we got a good conversation going on here for the vlog, and it's about an expat scammer. Yes, this guy here. Let me explain. He come over here. He met this girl. The girl was married. Okay, and he figures, okay, I'm not going to pay for the annulment. Not going to pay $4,000 for an annulment. So what he did was he went around it. Illegally, I might add. What he did was he went to a church, I guess, and asked them if they could kind of bless him and do like a marriage, like an illegal marriage, because she can't get it annulled or whatever. This was an expat, okay? So he figures, I'll go around and I'll just do an illegal marriage. It doesn't matter as long as I'm married under the big guy up in the sky. That's what he thinks, okay? Wait till you hear the rest of the story. Okay, so what the guy does, he gets married in a church. Okay, and it happened actually near here. Okay, that's all I'll say. I'm not going to say who it is. So he gets married in the church, plays house with the girl, plays like he's, husband and wife, all that stuff. Then I guess he starts getting a little tired of being married. Guy's in his 70s. Took advantage of a girl that was in her 50s or whatever. Okay, she looks a lot younger than that. She's actually a very nice girl. I know her. I actually met them while I was on a trip, and I won't say too much more, okay? Because it'll give it away, and I don't need to have a feud on here. But this guy's gonna know who I'm talking about. He's gonna know, okay? And what he did was a very dirtbag thing. He didn't have the guts to tell the girl that he was gonna leave her. So what he did was, he told her, hey, guess what? I'm going to go home for a while, then I'm going to come back. And you know what? Then he waits for a while, and waits for a while. Waits till she sells the house and the vehicle and stuff like that, right? And all this stuff takes place, whatever they had to do. I don't know exactly. But I know he wanted some of his money or whatever. He was trying to play like he might come back, he might not. When everything goes through, boom. He tells her he's not coming back, and then he blocks her on Facebook. Really dirty, really a dirty, dirty game, because, he could have went on and got the annulment and then made it all legal and went into the town hall or whatever here, or city hall or whatever, and went and got married and just made it all right. But instead, and this guy here, what pisses me off more than anything about this is this guy calls himself like he's like, he plays Mr. Religious, Mr. Christian, okay? I'm a Christian. And when I see hypocrites out there that pull crap like that, nothing pisses me off more than a dirtbag that calls himself a Christian and then does crap like that to somebody. And then goes home and portrays himself to be Mr. Christian back home too. And the worst part is that he actually belongs to a decent church. And he makes that church look like crap when he did that, He belongs to that church where the guy that ran it wrote the book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Okay, that's one of the churches he belonged to. I'm not going to mention this guy's name, but that's a dirtbag thing to do when you do that to a girl. Okay, that's a dirtbag thing. Only dirtbags do stuff like that, and we have a lot of expats that pull crap like that over here. They try to, do this game, but you know what? You can get in a lot of trouble too, when you pull stuff like that. You can also get blacklisted by going out and getting an illegal marriage and doing stuff like that. That's a dirtbag thing to do. It's a dirtbag thing to do. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. We have a lot of expats over here that pull a lot of crazy stuff over here, stunts and stuff like that, trying to play house and do this and do that. If you're going to do something, do it right. Do it right. A lot of guys out there, they have a lot of issues, and I understand that. There's a lot of issues over here in the Philippines we have to kind of contend with. We try to deal with them in the best way that we can. Nobody over here is perfect. I'll tell you right now, nobody over here is perfect. Nobody. But we all try to work through things and try to work through relationship issues and stuff like that. And there's right and there's wrong. That's my dog. But anyway, we try to get through those issues and try to make them right, and then do whatever we got to do. you got to be careful over here, guys. You know, don't play these dirtball games. You know, because you play those dirtball games. There's guys over here that they go in and they make up stories, and they walk into a church and they become close friends with the pastor, and then they ask the pastor, hey, can you do a marriage over here, because we can't get married right now, just so it's right in God's eyes and stuff like that. But they don't tell the pastor the whole story. Okay, and that's lying. And a lot of pastors out there, we got, as pastors, you guys got to be careful too. You Filipino pastors out there, that you're not being taken advantage of by some expat out there. Be careful, guys. Because there's expats out there that play like this house game like this guy did. He come over here, he figured he couldn't fix that, so he'll fix it his way. And that way the girl will stay in the house and sleep with him because she was a Christian too. And look what happened. He just got up and left and took off. It's not uncommon for this to happen. It happens a lot. There's a lot of game players out there. And it's not just on the girl side, it's also on the expat side. So let's not all play like we're all Mr. Innocents all the time. Because us expats, some of us can be just as bad as the girls sometimes when you play games like that. Let's face it. Okay? The girls are not always the scammers over here. Sometimes it's the expats. The majority of expats over here are decent people. They're decent people, the majority of them. But there's a good amount of them that are real dirtbags, and they try to play like they're Mr. Good Guy and Mr. Righteous and stuff like that when they're really not. And I have people that ask me questions and stuff like that, and sometimes I tell people it's none of their business or this or that. Just because I know that these people are troublemakers. They're born troublemakers. So you just don't tell everybody your information over here. You just don't let it out. This guy let all this information out and played house and played with the minds of everybody. And when later on I started seeing like cracks in the story and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not going to tell the guy's story. I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to tell the guy's name, I should say, because that's on him. That's on him and the one upstairs, But he could get in trouble for what he did if he was still here, but he's no longer here. He took off like a coward and went back home. And that's really rotten to do that. It's really rotten to do that to the girl. Now, I heard through the grapevine that the guy's already got another girlfriend over here. He's probably going to play the same game with her. Who knows? The guy's in his 70s. He figures he can get away with it. What's the worst that's going to happen? He's in his 70s. Nobody's going to do anything, or he's going to die. And that's the way some of these guys look at it. You know what I'm saying? So people have to be careful. People have to be really careful. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.